Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap.
Oh.
But, we can definitely use any amount, so, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/Sacrilegious Discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Husband!
Wife!
Guess what we're doing today?
You tell me what we're doing.
We are doing Sacrilegious Book Club.
That's the one.
That is the one.
And what are we covering today?
Today we are finishing up Asimov's Guide to the Bible, covering the Book of Numbers.
Okay, so we're finishing Numbers. Which are pages what? Pages
165 to 192 was the whole book. The section that we are covering today is 184 through 192.
All right, let's go do this.
Let's. Okay, so we are starting on page 184 with Baal.
Baal. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with what Asimov has to say.
Okay,
he says, Balak had to send several times for Balaam, who was reluctant to accept the commission.
That he was.
Do you remember?
Yeah, he kept talking to God, and God, and she's like, "No." God says no.
No.
I'm not doing it until God was like, "Yeah, do it."
Yeah.
And then something weird happened, but hey,
we're not there yet.
I know.
So eventually, Balaam did saddle up for the journey to Moab, and on that journey occurred the famous incident of his talking ass.
Yeah.
That is what
That's some crazy
Asimov
ass
said.
fucking shit.
Mm-hmm. And he goes on to say, this is one of the 2 incidents in the Bible in which an animal is depicted as speaking. The miraculous nature of this incident is such that later legends described the ass's mouth as one of the objects specially created in the initial week of creation for use in later history.
What the fuck?
How about that?
That's ridiculous.
I
mean,
need
that's ridiculous.
some of that art. I need it.
This donkey just... The donkey's mouth.
It was so miraculous.
It was just waiting around to be used by Balaam.
Balaam.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I need that art. Bad.
Right? We need,
Just so you know.
The creation of Balaam's ass's mouth.
Yes. So, about the word Baal. We have talked about this before a little bit.
Yeah.
But Asimov brings some really interesting insight.
Okay.
It is the word used, the Hebrew word for owner or lord. And it was not used as any one specific idol.
I think we covered that at one point.
We did, where I had said that it was the generic word, like small g God.
Right.
And if it has the, what's that clicky doodle, like the accent mark?
Yeah.
Then it's Baal.
Right.
And then it's like the capital G guy.
Right.
But generally speaking, no. It was just a thing.
Okay.
Like, not any particular. It just was the Hebrew for owner or lord.
Okay.
And the Israelites used the term at least up through the time of David.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, one of Saul's sons was named Ishbaal, meaning man of the Lord.
Wow.
And then one of Saul's grandsons was named Merib-Baal, hero of the Lord.
Interesting.
But
so it wasn't like a bad thing necessarily.
No. It meant the Lord.
Right.
But not like God, the Lord. Just
right,
like,
but just Lord.
Yeah.
Right.
But the generic term Baal got attached to idols, because they were like,
well, I mean, I think the Bible might have had something to do with this.
It might have. And the priests could not stomach the idea of pagan tools of worship getting attached to their precious Yahweh.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, here's this word Bosheth, which is Hebrew for shame, as in a naughty word.
Okay.
Okay? So, Ishbaal became Ishbosheth, which would be similar to saying Ish, like the way we use asterisks.
Yeah.
When you don't want to say a cuss word. That's what that means. So
got it.
His name was changed from Ishbaal in the Bible.
Interesting.
The writers composing this and putting this all together changed it to Ishbosheth.
Interesting.
Which basically meant Ish beep.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's that. Thought that was really cool.
That is really cool.
Okay, so next we come to Pisgah on page 185.
Okay.
So, and I wrote, anyways, ... Balaam was unable to curse the Israelites. Womp womp, poor Balak, or
Balaam.
poor Balak, king of the Moabites.
You said Balaam. You told me earlier it was Balaam.
It is Balaam.
Okay, you said Balaam.
Is it? Maybe it's Balaam. I forgot.
I thought it was Balaam, but
okay,
you
Balaam.
kept saying Balaam the other day.
Okay, well, I get them confused because they both start with B-A-L.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Balaam?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Balaam was unable to curse the Israelites. Womp womp, poor Balak, king of the Moabites.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote.
Sucks for him.
Sucks to suck.
That was when the Israelites were like 600,000 strong, just sitting like right outside his camp.
Yep. And he's trying to curse them, and
right.
It's not sticking.
Right.
The curses were converted into blessings. So Balak, right? Balak? Yeah. Brought Balaam to the top of Mount Pisgah in hopes of getting better reception.
Right. This was like the third try.
Yeah. So there's that.
Because the first 2 times he was like, "You can't come with me."
Yeah.
And then the third time he's like, "No, I'm coming with you, and we're gonna see what we can do."
And they tried all these different mountain tops.
Right.
So they were trying to get better reception, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that section. Next section is unicorn on page 186.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
so Balaam still sucked it. Womp womp. I just love my notes. They make me laugh at myself. Okay, so according to Numbers chapter 23, verse 22, so that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
God brought them out of Egypt. Israel hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. So, what about this unicorn word, right?
Yeah.
Unicorn.
Right.
So, unicorn is from the Hebrew word re'em, or re'em, which means the wild ox ancestral to the domesticated cattle of today.
Okay.
Okay, they still flourished in early historical times, and a few existed into modern times, although it is now extinct. It was a dangerous creature of great strength and was similar in form and temperament to the Asian buffaloes.
Ah, okay.
But the Assyrians, they loved to fucking hunt, okay? These guys loved to fucking hunt.
Yeah.
Especially wild oxen. And they displayed these wild oxen in their art, invariably shown in profile so that only one horn was visible.
Ah.
Okay?
Okay.
Eventually, the animal was hunted to extinction, and it was likely forgotten that they ever had two horns.
Gotcha.
So the nickname one horn became less of like a that artistic one horn critter.
Right.
And became a literal description. One horn.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the Greeks had zero experience with this critter. Okay?
Right,
They
right.
had never seen what
Didn't
they were
exist
talking
anymore,
about.
right.
Well, no, it wasn't in their area.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
they're like, we don't even know what the fuck you're talking
I
about.
gotcha.
So they translated the literal term one horn to monokiros, which is the Latin, and then the English translated it to, or
Unicorn.
which the Latin and then the English translated to unicorn.
Interesting.
Okay?
Yeah. What a game of telephone there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, Asimov says, it is very likely that the rhinoceros is the Greek unicorn, although its horn scarcely possesses the magic qualities attributed to it in legend.
Right. That's very cool. Like, and it's a very apt description of how fucked up mistranslations can, or how mistranslations can affect something so greatly.
Yes.
Like, you went from something completely different to a unicorn.
Moreover, he mentioned that there were narwhal in various places that sailors would chop off the horns, which narwhals actually exist. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Right.
They grow like a single tooth out of the middle of their head.
Yeah.
And it looks like, a
unicorn thing.
whale that swallowed a unicorn.
Right, yeah.
And so sailors would chop off that horn tooth thing.
Yeah.
And then they would sell it to people, pretending that it came from a unicorn and claiming that it had magical powers.
Right. That sounds legit.
Yeah.
Sounds like my brother when he was younger. he used to get salt rocks and he'd go sell them on the playground as diamonds.
Yeah.
He charged like 10, 15, 20 cents for each one.
Yeah.
People would buy them.
Of course they would.
I mean,
fucking Balaamites.
No, he was the Balaamite.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Him and the sailors.
Right.
They were the Balaamites.
Yeah.
So, Asimov says, it is very unlikely that the biblical writer knew of the rhinoceros, but they certainly knew of the wild ox.
Gotcha.
So, that's how that came to pass.
Okay. Yeah.
So, next section, page 189, the Daughters of Moab.
Okay.
Asimov says, the Israelites, with their years of wandering through the wilderness, had not been able to develop elaborate rituals, and they found themselves fascinated by the enticing rites of the more sophisticated religions of the settled city dwellers.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then Numbers chapter 25, verses 1 through 3 says, and Israel began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab, and the Moabite women called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor.
Gotcha.
Baal Peor is the Lord of the Mount Peor, like Lord of,
Okay.
Baal
Yeah.
being Lord, and
Right.
Peor is Mount Peor.
Got it.
Which was very likely Chemosh.
Okay.
Do you remember us talking about him?
Yeah.
So this thing that I'm about to quote Asimov saying literally shook me when I read it because it is so pertinent to today.
Gotcha.
Okay? Equating national gods with something of the emotions borne by national flags today, which remember we kind of covered that last time.
Yeah.
The horror of the biblical writers at this event might be compared to our own feelings if we discovered a sizable segment of our own population gathering in time of war to salute the enemy flag and to sing the enemy anthem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let me tell you, that is correct. That is some fucking horror we feel when we see that happening,
Right.
as we do today, right at this time in history, where we see these Americans that are out there giving the Heil Hitler,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and the QAnon theme song playing in the background at Trump's rallies.
Right.
The feeling of, oh my God, that he describes here.
Yeah.
It just shook me when I was like, oh my God, he wrote this in the 60s, but this is happening right this very second.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, Asimov, you got that feeling. You nailed that feeling.
Yep.
Okay, so next is on page 190. We're talking about Gilead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Asimov says, after the episode of Balaam, right? Balaam?
Yeah.
And the incident of the seduction of the Israelites by Moab, it might be expected that the war between Moab and Israel would be described. Instead, it is Midian that is attacked by Israel.
Yeah, that confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
at the time.
me too.
I was not. Yeah.
So that war probably never fucking happened. And here's what he says.
Okay.
Which this made me feel like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Right.
This makes sense. It may perhaps be a pious invention of later times to mask an actual war fought inconclusively against Moab, so that the biblical writers could pretend that the Israelites had never attacked any Hebrew tribe.
Oh.
Because that would have looked bad because they weren't supposed to.
Right. Yeah.
So that was like, oh, that makes so much better sense now. Because I was confusing like Moabites and Midianites and what?
Yeah, that's...
We were kind of confused at the time.
Yeah, we were like, why they were set up to... Yeah, like the whole thing was leading up to them fighting Moab.
Yeah.
And then they're fighting the Midianites. Right. But also Balaam dies.
Yeah.
So what?
This make it make sense, Asimov. And he did.
Yeah.
So Reuben and Gad convinced Moses that they weren't quitting the team altogether. Remember all this?
Yeah.
But they needed to have that sweet, sweet Gilead allotment for their cattle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what Asimov says about that. Just as Bashan was particularly known for its cattle, so Gilead was famous for the resinous products of some of its trees and shrubs. Products which could be turned into soothing, fragrant ointments and used as skin softeners, cosmetics, perfumes, and incense.
Okay.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So that finishes up the book of Numbers.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the next bit that we will be reading will be from the book of Deuteronomy, which is pages 193 to 207. And I decided, since that's only like 14 pages, I'm just going to cover the whole thing.
Right. Because
I've tried to break these sections up into like 10 to 14 page increments.
Yeah.
This is 14 pages.
Sure.
The subjects covered will be Deuteronomy, Lebanon, Caphtor, Mount Hermon, Rabath, Mount Gerizim, Belial, Saints, and the blessings of Moses.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Well, hopefully you guys learned something today, and I know I always do.
Yes.
And
so do I.
We will be back tomorrow if you want to catch our weekly episodes.
The replay?
Yeah, oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we've got our replay today, and then tomorrow is our next weekly episode, which will be the start of
First Chronicles.
New book, First Chronicles.
Yep.
So we will see you guys then.
Goodbye.
Bye. Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.